Assalamualaikum and good morning to our beloved lecturer, which is Miss Ain and my friend. We would like to thank to our lecturer for giving us the opportunity to be here today. Before we begin, allow me to introduce ourselves. I am Muhammad Shamil Aizad bin Encik Razali and my metric number is 01DK821F1068. While on my right is Muhammad Ashraf bin Muhammad Yusuf and his metric number is 01DK821F1057. My dear fellow friends, have you ever felt jealous when you see other people get good result with their examination? Have you felt motivated to get a good result in exam and make your parents happy? Have you ever wondered how top students studies and how they remember all the formula? Well, today we are going to talk about 6 ways to become successful student. Allow me to define our rules. I will talk about our introduction and 3 of our point on how to become successful student, while my partner will explain about the remaining 3 of our point on how to become successful student and our conclusion. Okay, dear friend, first of all, my first point is the first step to being a successful student is keeping attendance. Regardless of the teaching format, whether it is boring or simply impossible, attending class is a key to success. Even if all of your reading are complete and you feel comfortable with the information, attend class and listen to the material as it discussed in class. You can make note of the teacher's point of view, the topics that are covered more details. Chances are you will see them again on the test or exam. Uh, Take note on pertinent information and on subject matter that you do not quite understand and need to clarify. Attending class will ensure that you familiarize yourself with the knowledge you gain and that knowledge will be easily recalled when most needed. So, I have just discussed that keeping your attendance can keep you to become a successful student. Okay, dear friend, I shall now move on to my second point, that is not to be afraid to communicate with people. When I was in secondary school, which is Form 1, I was alone and lonely. I had barrier to conversing in a new language, so I was afraid to speak incorrectly. I studied at school. Though there were many different students, it was hard for me to make a new friend. I thought no one wanted to be a friend of mine because they did not talk to me first. Uh, Based on my experience, I can say that new international students have to talk to people first. Try to be more open and welcoming, and they can see the most of native speakers will be nice to them. If they become friends with others who speak English, their English improve faster. Never should they be afraid to talk to people. As a result, it can be a big step to be successful student. I have just discussed that we need to communicate with people if we want our knowledge to increase and to become a successful student. Okay, furthermore, my third point that is to start to do extracurricular activities. For example, when students participate in sport, they learn important lessons which relate to be successful student. Being involved in sport, they learn how to cooperate within a team and to be a part of it. As a result, it helps them to better understand other students around them. And then, sports are always competition, and they can be winner and loser there. But trying to get the best, they always improve the last result. In addition, volunteering, such as working at the front desk to provide information to people who can help them to connect with the school department and even people outside of the school.
So there is no denying that extracurriculum can help you become a successful student. Now I call upon my partner, which is Muhammad Ashraf, to continue with our presentation about how to become successful student.
Okay, thank you so much, Amel. Dear friend, I shall now move on to our fourth main, that is to have a diligent attitude. Student must be diligent in reading books at school as well as at home. Student must also be diligent in completing homework given by the teacher, and they need to ask the teacher if they do not understand about a matter or topic. When it comes to exam, student must repeat student even more diligently. When it comes to exam, student must repeat student even more diligently. I have just discussed that having a diligent attitude is a must to become a successful student. Okay, dear friend, I shall now move on to our fifth main point. A student must also have a high discipline. Student must be on time and use the time available to the rest of their ability. Therefore, it is appropriate for students to have a complete study schedule, and they must adhere to the study schedule. In their free time, students must do beneficial activities such as reading scientific material and surfing the internet to increase their knowledge. I have just discussed a high discipline. Uh, High self-discipline is important to become a successful student. Okay, lastly, our sixth main point that is that we must always respect parents and teachers. Students must also listen to advice of parents and teachers. Students must accept criticism from parents and teachers with an open, positive mind. Students must also love their parents and teachers so that student will also always be loved and blessed. I have just discussed students need to respect parents and teachers so that they improve by taking their advice. Okay, my dear friends, today me and my partner has discussed about 6 ways to become a successful student. He had discussed three key points that are keeping attendance, not to be afraid to communicate with people, and do extracurricular activities. While I had discussed 3 points uh, that have a diligent attitude, high self discipline, and always respect parents and teachers. My dear friends, let me end our speech by quoting Robert Tew, who says, "The struggle you're in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. Don't give up." With that, we end our presentation. Thank you. We would be happy to answer any question. Once again, thank you for being such a wonderful audience. It has been a great honor and pleasure for us to be here today. Thank you. Thank you so much.